You sit down to finally focus. One task. You are ready. Then 3 seconds pass, and your hand reaches for your phone. You did not decide to. It just happened. You blink, and 20 minutes are gone. The task is untouched. And a quiet voice says the same thing it always says. What is wrong with me? Why can't I focus anymore? Here is the first thing you need to hear. It is not because you are broken, not because you are lazy or undisciplined. Your attention is not weak. It is being taken. Focus is not just a personal skill anymore. It is a battle. And on the other side are some of the smartest engineers on the planet, in billion-dollar companies, whose entire job is to capture your attention and keep it. When you lose focus to your phone, you are not failing. You are being beaten by a system built to beat you. To understand why, you have to understand one chemical: dopamine. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure. It is not. Dopamine is about seeking. It is what makes you want the next thing. And your phone is a dopamine machine. Every notification, every swipe, every new video is a tiny hit. Small, fast, and endless. And here is the trick. The rewards are unpredictable. Sometimes the swipe gives you something great, sometimes nothing. That is exactly how a slot machine works. And your brain cannot look away from a slot machine. So every time you feel bored and you swipe, your brain gets a reward, and it learns. Novelty feels good, effort feels slow. Do it again. Now compare that to real focus. Reading, writing, building something. These also give you dopamine, but slowly. The reward comes at the end, not every 3 seconds. So when your brain chooses between the slow reward of deep work and the instant reward of your phone, it always takes the fast one. Not because you are weak, because that is what brains do. Take the faster reward, and the more fast dopamine you feed it, the worse it gets. Your brain adapts. Constant stimulation becomes normal, and anything slower starts to feel unbearable. Reading feels boring. Waiting feels painful. One quiet moment feels impossible, so you reach for the phone again. And every time you do, you shrink your tolerance for boredom a little more. And focus is built on that tolerance. This is why willpower alone never fixes it. You are not in a fair fight. You cannot out-discipline thousands of engineers designing your feed to be irresistible. The problem was never really inside you, but endless stimulation has a cost. You finish nothing. You read the first page of everything and the last page of nothing. You sit with people, but you are only half there. Slowly, your whole life becomes shallow, not because you do not care, but because you have lost the ability to stay. So here's how you get it back, and it does not start with more willpower. It starts with changing the game. First, treat it as an environment problem, not a you problem. Stop relying on discipline to resist your phone. Make the distraction harder to reach. Put the phone in another room, not on the desk, not face down, another room. You do not fight temptation you cannot see. Distance wins. Second, rebuild your tolerance for boredom. Let yourself be bored on purpose. Stand in line without your phone. Walk without headphones. Sit for 2 minutes and do nothing. It will feel uncomfortable at first. That discomfort is not a problem. It is your focus starting to heal. Boredom is where attention regrows. Third, start with tiny focus reps. Do not expect 3 hours of deep work. Your attention is out of shape. Train it like a muscle. 20 minutes of one thing. No phone, no tabs, no switching. Then rest. Then again. Small reps rebuild what constant stimulation tore down. And the last shift is the hardest. You have to sit through the first boring 10 minutes. When you start, your brain will beg you for a hit. It will scream that this is boring, that you should just check one thing. That is the withdrawal talking. Push past those 10 minutes and something shifts. The noise quiets, and the deeper reward finally arrives. Because here is the truth. Your focus is not broken. It was overwritten. And anything trained into you can be trained back out. You are not fighting yourself. You are reclaiming an attention that was taken from you without asking. In a world designed to keep everyone distracted, the ability to focus on one thing is quietly becoming a superpower. Not because it is impossible, but because almost no one is willing to sit through the boredom to get it back. So the next time your hand reaches for your phone, you do not have to hate yourself. Just notice, breathe, and stay 1 minute longer than feels comfortable, because that minute is where your focus begins to come home.